welcome back to another vlog, or if you're new, welcome. It is Wednesday morning and I am currently at the doctor's office. If you watched the last vlog, then you know that I was supposed to go to the doctor almost 2 weeks ago, but they rescheduled my appointment for last Monday, and obviously if you've been watching the vlogs as well, you know that Monday is one of my busiest days, so I had to reschedule for today. So I am currently outside the doctor's office. It's a little before 9 o'clock. My appointment is at 9, so I'm getting ready to head inside and get going with that. Nothing crazy. I'm just establishing care with a new doctor because I haven't been to the doctor since we got our new insurance, since I started my job 3.5 years ago. So just finding a doctor and getting all established and all that stuff. But anyways, I figured I would take you along for a couple days in my life this week. Honestly, I don't really think there's anything too crazy that's going to be happening, mainly just work, but we'll probably have some fun stuff going on this weekend. I did get a little more ready this morning. I obviously had more time to get ready since I didn't have to leave around 7 to go to work. So I did some makeup and I did log on and do a little bit of work before I came to my appointment, just so I wouldn't be like so behind. I worked for about 45 minutes. Hopefully I won't have to stay too late to make up time for showing up late today, but we will see. I did also show up at 7:30 both Monday and yesterday, so I have an extra hour there as well. So I think between that this morning and then maybe showing up earlier, staying late tomorrow, I can make up for the time that I am missing out this morning. So anyways, I do need to head inside and just fill out some paperwork and all that stuff, so I'm going to do that. But again, welcome to the vlog. If you like what you see, if you could consider subscribing, I'd really appreciate it. And don't forget to give the vlog a like, and let's get started with a few days in my life. For bed. It is 9:45, which is a little bit later than I was kind of hoping to go to sleep, but honestly it's about the time that I usually am finishing getting ready and getting into bed, so at least there's that. But it was a fairly typical day. Sorry we didn't catch up after my doctor's appointment or after work. After my appointment, I came home and grabbed all my stuff for work, my lunch and a coffee, and I headed to the office to work until about 4:30. So I worked at the office for about 5.5 hours, but like I said, worked for almost an hour this morning. So I've already made up about an hour of that time earlier this week, Monday and yesterday. So I really only need to make up about like 30-ish minutes, but I'm gonna try to go to work early tomorrow. But it was a pretty typical day at the office, like usual, nothing too crazy, just a lot of things on the computer and just finishing up some things because it's getting closer to the end of the month. So yeah, I worked until about 4:30, headed home, got home around 5:30-ish, and Ryan and I just kind of hung out for a little bit. I ate dinner. He wasn't hungry because he ate lunch kind of late, so I was on my own for dinner. I did some leftover green chili chicken, which we made on Sunday for dinner. It's a crock pot recipe. I will have it linked down below if anyone is interested. On Sunday when we did it, we made it into tacos, but Ryan made some rice so I could put some of the chicken over rice to take to work for lunch. Now, have I taken any of them to work? No, because I had one for dinner last night and the other tonight, but it's fine. Honestly, either way, we're saving money because I'm not buying lunch or dinner, so it works out. And then I've just been sitting at my computer uploading some VODs. I am still working on that whole thing on my other YouTube channel, and it's taking a while. I'm still working on 2021, but we are slowly getting there. I did want to start editing Sunday's YouTube video, which is going to be the February plan with me, but I didn't. And honestly, I'm just being real. Lately, I haven't been really getting into editing until at least Thursday night, definitely Friday night. So honestly, I'm fairly on track for how it's been lately, but I would like to get back into the habit of editing earlier in the week, just so then I have my weekends a little more free to do things that I want to, like go on walks, maybe get back up to streaming twice a week, Saturday and Sunday, instead of just streaming on Sundays. But that's a habit I'm just going to keep working on this month and year, and hopefully I can get back into the swing of things when it comes to editing. But that has been my evening. I don't know why, but for some reason all day I have felt like it is Thursday, which is a little disappointing that it's not, because that means I have 2 days left of work instead of just one. But honestly, we're gonna push through and make it through this week. Since I have a lot going on with it being close to the end of the month, I think the next few days will go by fairly quickly. So at least there's that. But it's just one of those weeks, I guess. So anyways, I'm going to get in bed and do a little bit of reading. I'm still working on Onyx Storm, which I started in the last vlog. I think I'm only like maybe 30% of the way through. That's another thing that I want to do next month maybe, is just work on getting back into, not getting back into reading, but maybe getting into bed earlier so I can read a little bit more at night. Maybe it's just the Fourth Wing series because the chapters are so long. I'm only getting through a chapter a night, which is fine. Honestly, one chapter a night is better than nothing, but it's just taking me a while to get through these books because they're so long, which again, it's to be expected because they're bigger books, but I would like to maybe get through books a little bit quicker. It's not a race or anything. Honestly, this is already book 3 for the year and we're still in January, so I'm moving pretty quickly through all the books that I have, but I would just like to work on some habits in the next couple weeks, months, years, things like that. But one thing I want to work on in February, and I did write this down in my planner, so if you watch the February planner with me, then you will see it, that I want to work on, like I said, editing more throughout the week, getting back to my weekly walks. And I didn't write this one, but the reading thing, I did write that I want to finish Onyx Storm in February, and I think I will be able to, just because like I said, I'm already about 30% of the way through. I just want to, you know, keep up the reading habit and work on some other habits as well. So anyways, I'm yapping and I want to get in bed and do some reading, so I'm going to do that and try to fall asleep fairly early. I am going to set my alarm for 5:30, 5:45 to see if maybe I can get up and get to the office by 7:30 again tomorrow. I'm gonna go do some reading and I will catch you in the morning. Happy Thursday, coming at you from the bathroom again. It is about 9 o'clock and we've been home for half an hour maybe. It was just a pretty typical day at the office. It was pretty busy. I had a lot of stuff to take care of, and so sorry for no office clips. I know they're fairly redundant though, especially since I'm not showing anything that I'm doing, but pretty typical day at the office. Came home and Ryan and I went and got sushi for dinner, and then we got some froyo, which I am not going to eat tonight just because it's already 9 o'clock and I'm kind of full still from sushi, so I think I'm gonna save that for tomorrow. But did that, and then now we're home. I'm going to hop in the shower and just get ready for the evening. I do want to maybe get started on doing a little bit of editing for this week's video since I didn't do any last night. So I'm probably gonna do a little bit of that once I get out of the shower, but not too much just because it is already 9 o'clock and I kind of want to go to bed a little bit earlier tonight than I did last night. We'll see how late I end up staying up. Tomorrow is Friday, so there shouldn't be too much traffic going to work, but I would still like to maybe try to show up a little early tomorrow just to make sure I'm all caught up on my hours for the week. Anyways, I'm going to hop in the shower, wash my face, brush my teeth, and just get ready for the evening. That way, as soon as I'm done on the computer, I can just get in bed and do a little bit of reading, continue Onyx Storm. We are making our way through, chugging along. I think I read just one chapter last night, but I would like to maybe read a little bit more tonight. We'll see. If not, I will definitely read more tomorrow because tomorrow is Friday, and so I won't need to go to sleep so early and I can maybe read a couple chapters. Also, forgot to mention, I guess it doesn't really matter, but I did break a nail today when I was at work. I am planning on going on Saturday to get them done, so I would have maybe gone today after work just to get it fixed, but since it's been almost 4 weeks, I'm planning on going on Saturday anyways to just get a fill and get them redone. So we're just gonna deal with this for tomorrow. Honestly, it sucks, but it is what it is, and it's just one nail, so we'll be fine. So that's it for now. I'm going to shower and I will catch you tomorrow. Happy Friday. It's a little late. It's a little after 11 p.m. So I just finished getting ready for bed, just washing my face and brushing my teeth. But a pretty typical Friday, honestly. Nothing too crazy or exciting. Just finishing up some things. I still have quite a bit of work to do since it's the end of the month, and I probably should have stayed a little bit later today to finish some things up, but Ryan worked early today, so he was off at 4:30, so I wanted to get home around the time he did so we could spend a little bit more time together this evening. But I've just been sitting at my computer, did some editing, working on uploading VODs still. Finally got to the end of 2021, so now I'm working on uploading 2022. I still have some from the end of 2021 that I need to get like posted, published, whatever you want to call it, but we're getting somewhere. I did do a decent amount of editing on Sunday's video, which is the February plan with me, as I've mentioned already. I think tomorrow all I really need to do is script it and record the voiceover, and then obviously edit the voiceover, add some background music, any extra text, things like that. It shouldn't be too much work because I do think I have the majority of the editing done. We'll see how that goes tomorrow. I am going to just get in bed and do a little bit of reading and probably fall asleep maybe before midnight tonight, which isn't typical for Friday. Usually we stay up a little bit later, but since Ryan worked early today, he's kind of tired, and honestly, it's just been a long week, so I'm pretty exhausted as well. We're finally 30% of the way through as of last night, so we're slowly getting there. I do need to buy the physical copy of the book. I have the first two, but I didn't buy Onyx Storm yet because I was kind of waiting to actually start the series before I bought it, but now that I'm reading the third book, I think it's time for me to be okay with purchasing it. We'll see when I actually do so. I do need to start figuring out what I'm going to read next. I obviously have some time before then because I'm only 30% of the way through, but I don't want to be stuck without a book. I do think I might read Project Hail Mary. We do have a physical copy because Ryan listened to it on audiobook a few months back and he bought the physical book, so I don't need to get that through Libby. I did put a hold on it, but it's gonna be a while before I get it because obviously everyone's trying to read it right now since it's becoming a movie. Since we have the physical copy, I do think I might read that next just because we already have it and I can kind of take my time since it's physical, and I could also listen to it on audio if I really wanted to. And then maybe after that we'll jump into another series, maybe finally the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. That's a future Jess problem. But anyways, I'm going to get in bed and do a little bit of reading and just relax and hopefully fall asleep before midnight. And I will catch you tomorrow for the start of our weekend. Good morning and happy Saturday. It's currently 9 a.m. Ryan left work a little early today because he had to go in a little bit earlier than usual. So it's just me and the cats for now, but we have a fairly busy day as per usual for a Saturday. Starting off, I have a cherry bomb Alani. Now this is a newer flavor and I actually have already tried this a couple weeks ago in the last vlog. But I got one yesterday because we don't have any milk. So no coffee for me this morning. I might grab one while I'm out running errands, but just not gonna be able to make one at home today. I didn't say it in the last vlog because I didn't talk that Saturday, but I've seen people say this tastes like cherry Coke. I can see it. It kind of tastes like the cherry cola poppy a little bit to me, where it's like, I can see the cherry Coke vibes, but it kind of tastes like a cherry Coke icy that you would have gotten from like Target when you were shopping there like 20 years ago or however long ago that was. Anyways, for today, I need to do some editing. Like I said last night, I think I have most of the editing done. So today I need to film or record the voiceover and edit that. And then I also have a wax appointment and then I'm getting my nails done. So I need to leave here probably around 11. So I have 2 hours to kind of script out the voiceover and hopefully record it as well before I leave. I also obviously need to go to the grocery store, get gas in my car, typical Saturday things. I did already start the dishwasher, so if you do hear that in the background, sorry. And I also put the blanket that's typically on my chair and the cat's 2 blankets in the wash just because there's fur all over them. So I threw those in the wash. They'll be in the dryer shortly. We're just gonna hang out and I'm just gonna get some things done on my computer before I leave because as we all know, it's easier for me to record a voiceover when Ryan's not here. So he's probably gonna work until 5:30ish today, depending on when they send him home. We have until probably 6, but I do think I might have some plans with family after all my errands, you could say. Obviously, I have a busy Saturday, so I don't know when I'll be home from like running all my errands and everything. So I kind of want to get the voiceover taken care of now, if possible. Anyways, I am going to stop yapping and just get this voiceover going. That way I can get it done and we can just continue on with the editing for that video. And I do need to figure out something for breakfast. I have some breakfast burritos in the freezer that we got from Costco a couple weeks ago. So I might have one of those, or maybe I'll just have like a granola bar or something. I'm not super hungry right now, but I definitely want to make sure I'm eating something soon since I'm drinking some caffeine right now. So we're gonna do that, get our day started. I'm gonna hang out with the cats a little bit and then we will just get going with all the things we have on our list for today. And happy Sunday. It's about 10 o'clock and first off, sorry we didn't catch up again later yesterday. I ended up having a little bit busier of a day than I was planning. I obviously got my nails done as you saw and inserted a clip, but I'll show you them again if you're wanting to see them a little more up close. Honestly, I've been like really into a French tip lately and I'm really loving these. They came out perfect. My nail guy kills it every time, but I did that. Had my wax appointment and then my mom ended up texting me. She ended up texting me Friday night that my cousin was having a birthday party for his son like 10 minutes away from me, and so she was planning on coming up and I was like, yeah, let me know, I'll swing by if possible, you know, after my appointment and everything. And ended up going to do that after my nails and I stayed there a little bit longer than I was kind of expecting to, so I didn't leave there until probably 5:30ish, and then I went to the grocery store and got groceries. Ryan ended up meeting me at the grocery store and we shopped together, and then we came home, ate dinner. We had salmon, some rice and some green beans, and then I literally sat at the computer the rest of the evening and worked on editing. Unfortunately, I didn't get the video totally finished last night. It was basically finished, but this morning I did have to do a couple little tweaks to it, and I'm uploading it now, and I just need to make a thumbnail in Canva and then we should be good to go. I'm just sitting well, not sitting, I'm standing at my desk, which I actually don't think I said on the channel yet, but I did get a standing desk for Christmas from Ryan. I will insert a clip of it here. Honestly, I have been using the standing function a lot. When I streamed last weekend, I stood for the first couple hours that I was streaming, which was nice. It's nice to switch it up a little bit, you know? Anyways, I am standing at my desk, just finishing up today's YouTube video, which, as I said before, is the February plan with me. So I just need to make a thumbnail and then finish the description, and then we should be good to go. So I think once I do that and get the video scheduled, I am gonna go on a walk. I haven't started drinking my Alani yet, just because I kind of wanted to see how long it was going to take me to finish the final tweaks on the video and get it uploaded and everything. So I'll probably grab that from the fridge in a little bit, start drinking that. I already have been eating a granola bar. I think after I get everything done here, then I'm gonna just get outside and go on a walk. It's supposed to be warmer today. The high, I think, is gonna be 81. So honestly, I'm looking forward to getting outside, getting some fresh air and getting some movement, because I did not really do much yesterday. And if you watch the February plan with me, then you know that one of my goals is to get back to walking on the weekends. I'm gonna start slow with walking Saturday or Sunday, at least one weekend day, not both. But I would like to eventually get up to walking on both Saturday and Sunday again. So I am wanting to get outside today. We are also going to be doing Italian cream cheese chicken for dinner tonight. So once I get back from my walk, I'll probably hop in the shower and then get that thrown in the crock pot. And then hopefully I have enough time and I can stream this afternoon. I am probably just gonna play Animal Crossing because I just love the game so much. And obviously with the update, there's so many things that I can do. So I think that's the plan for today. Ryan just started work at 10. He's probably gonna be there all day. So he probably won't be home until around 7, which is fine. That gives me plenty of time to get some things done around here. Like I said, finish the YouTube video, go on a walk, stream, hang out with the cats, and like maybe do some little cleaning things here and there in the apartment. So that's the plan for today. So before I keep yapping, I'm going to finish the description and thumbnail for the video and get an Alani so I can get ready to go on a walk, and we're gonna get outside and get some movement. It is 2:15 and I'm basically ready for stream now. I just need to put on mascara and just touch up my hair, make sure it's good to go. So I just heated up some lunch. I have some leftover green chili chicken here because we still have a little bit. This is like the third time I've had it this week, and that's not including last Sunday when we did it for dinner. But honestly, it's really good, so I'm not complaining. Plus, I made a lot of extra rice last night because we're doing the Italian cream cheese chicken tonight for dinner, and Ryan likes it over rice. I'm gonna eat that. I have towels in the dryer. I'm gonna throw a load of clothes in the wash as well. My plan is to start stream by 3 o'clock, so I'm going to throw clothes in the wash because this is a little too hot for me to eat right now. Then I'm going to eat while I probably watch a YouTube video because I'm very behind on YouTube again. Not as behind as I was before. I was probably like a month back a few months ago, but I haven't really watched much YouTube this week, so I'll probably watch a YouTube video while I eat, and then I'll finish getting ready to start stream. It's been a pretty nice Sunday so far. It was pretty nice when I was out on my walk. It was still a little on the cool side, but the sun is out, so honestly, it was perfect weather for a walk. I walked a little over 1.5 miles. I would like to work my way back up to like 2.5 miles, maybe even 3 some days if I'm feeling up to it. But I got outside and I got some fresh air and I walked, so good enough for me. And I just showered, drank some coffee, and hung out with the cats. They're very sleepy. Mochi has been in the blanket that we have on the couch basically since before I went on my walk. She's just been kind of relaxing in there. That's like one of her spots to chill. And Lily was loafing on the couch, but she kind of followed me around. She was laying on my chair. She was in the bathroom with me while I was getting ready. She'll probably come out and hang out with me while I'm eating because I'm gonna be out here, but we've just been hanging out and relaxing. And again, it's been a pretty chill and relaxing Sunday. So I'm going to eat my food and finish getting ready for stream. We're gonna play some Animal Crossing. Probably go for like 3.5 hours, depending on what I'm feeling, but probably end 6 or 6:30 because Ryan's off at 6 today. So maybe end around then so I can hop in the shower and be done by the time he gets home, since I have to wash my hair tonight. Anyways, I'm yapping, so I'm gonna eat and I will catch you later. It's a little bit later than I was wanting to go to bed. I was kind of hoping to be asleep by 10, like maybe in bed like 9:30ish, but it's now 10:15. I just washed my face, brushed my teeth, blow dried my hair, and now I'm gonna get in bed, do a little bit of reading before I fall asleep. I debated not drying my hair and just kind of dealing with it natural tomorrow, but honestly, I don't think I'm gonna want to deal with that. So like I said, I just dried it, so we're going to rock the more straight hair this week. And honestly, I do think I might need to start washing my hair more than once a week. My hair is more on the fine side, and while I can typically go 4 or 5 days without needing dry shampoo, I usually don't need it until like Friday or Saturday. I'm thinking it may just be time for me to start washing my hair more than once a week, so maybe like washing it like Wednesday or Thursday. I don't like washing it during the week just because then I have to like dry it and do it, and it's like a whole thing, and I'd rather just not, because I can wash it once on Sunday and, you know, do it on Sunday, and then usually I don't have to touch it with a straightener or anything all week, honestly. So that's my main reasoning why I wash it only once a week, but it might be time to wash it more often. I'm going to get in bed, read some Onyx Storm, and try to fall asleep fairly quickly, because I do want to try to get to work a little early tomorrow because it's a Monday, so I just have a lot to do tomorrow. So that being said, I'm going to end the vlog here as usual and get in bed. As always, if you made it this far, I really do appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed the vlog. If you did, if you could give it a like, I'd really appreciate it, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave if you haven't already done so, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.